Get over here!
Do not give dogs what is holy, and do not throw your pearls before pigs, lest they trample them underfoot and turn to attack you. Ah! I see you now. I see you! How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Blasphemous. I am the Green Scorpion, and here we are in Petros. So, yeah, I got some advice. Thank you all to who commented in the last episode. I got some advice. I got some notes on what I need to do for this episode before we head to the Bridge of the Cavaliers. And, yeah, we're gonna be basically spending this episode doing a little bit of exploring. And, it seems like there is some stuff here. Looks like some abandoned temples, but, oh. What do we got? Quicksilver! Okay! So, yeah, we can actually take that, that back to, the guy with the face for a chest, I guess, is what it's called. So, yeah, that's great. So, I assume, that is a situation here. We can I? Yes, okay, there we go. Yeah, so apparently you can ground pound those rocks in this area, so that's good to know. But yeah, hope everyone's having a good day. This should be episode 8. This is episode 8, if I recall correctly, because, so, fun fact about the last episode, for a while I had it as episode 6, and it actually wasn't episode 6. But that was just, me being a doofus. Yeah, I actually did not mean to make the episode about the 7 deadly sins be episode 7. That was actually completely unintentional, I'm not gonna lie. So, that's a thing. So, while we are going through here, okay, apparently, like, you can do this with all of them? How about that? Okay. Ugh, not liking these guys. But what do we got here? Clavicle of, Daluisen? Yeah, Clavicle of Daluisen, the school child. They searched for him for days until they found Mark's remains in the woods. Since then, rumors tell of the demons riding on the backs of flying goats coming from faraway lands. Alright. So yeah, like I said, we're basically going to be spending, the majority of this episode... Oh, hello. So this might be a bit of an issue. Can I not make it here? Doesn't seem like I can make it there without some sort of trick. Maybe there's a thing. Maybe there's a thing that lets me walk normally on, that makes me walk normally on mud? Perhaps? Alright, I'll come back for this. I'm gonna mark it for now. I'm gonna be using the marks a lot more often, just so I can, like, try and get a better grasp on, like, what I'm still missing. I know there's that one treasure that I'm still missing in Hondo, that I marked a little while ago, so I'm definitely gonna have to go double back over there. But, and there we go. Beautiful. Okay, I'm starting to really get good at this. At least the combat segment of this. But, yeah. So I got a couple of notes here, in regards to where I need to go. And the Holy Line was the first of them. While we are at it, however, we are going to continue, going through, any areas that we, have not explored. For example, up here, there seems to be a little bit of an area that we can explore up there now that we have, some items. Basically, from what I'm to understand, we pretty much have all of the explore items we need in order to, basically get everything we need here in this area. Well, apparently except for that little bit with the sand platform, and it's like I need, apparently I need, some kind of, Quicksilver, not Quicksilver, some kind of, like, mud traversal ability or something like that, so you got me on that one. I was also informed by my friend Nord that there is an item that lets you fall very, very large distances. In other words, be able to fall in these areas where there's, where there are elevator shafts. Normally, I wouldn't be able to fall down that large of a height. But, according to, my friend North, you actually can. You just need an item for it. So, we're gonna have to go around and, like, see if we can find that. From what I have to understand, I also grabbed all the items that I need from the shopkeeper. Hopefully that's the case. Which, by the way, that brings me back to, something else that I got. In my rosary beads, I equipped the Immaculate Bead. According to what I have been told, you need to have the Immaculate Bead equipped and then die a few times without recollecting your guild. And your thing is shining. Okay, you got nothing left. You got nothing more to say. But yeah, so according to what I've been told, you need to have the Immaculate Bead equipped, and then basically just die a bunch, and then eventually you will transform the bead into something new. That is what I am led to believe. So I'm basically just gonna have it equipped for now, and if I die by natural causes I mean me being bad at the game, then we'll see how that plays out. And I'm gonna go ahead and not collect any fervor or any more of my guilt. Guilt is what I was trying to refer to. I won't collect any of my guilt and see what happens from there. But yeah, I have no idea what that could be. That is a very obscure requirement to, like, transform an item, if you ask me. Also something that you would not normally do in the context of trying to beat a game that's really hard. But then again, obscure methods of, like, transforming stuff is kind of par for the course with a game like this. So, I don't mind it too much. Meanwhile, I'm gonna take care of you. There we go. And yeah, I also have the item that lets me recover a little bit of health by destroying, like, objects in the overworld, which is going to help. Okay, so if I go up here. Aha, yes! So there's this thing that supposedly I should be able to grab, with the wind. Like, honestly, like, I probably could have grabbed this earlier if I had just, like, you know, had faith in myself and, you know, actually, like, let the wind carry me. So let's see if I can do this. Sure enough! Yeah, I could have gotten that way earlier. Empty bile vessel! Okay, cool! Awesome! So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to take that back to the guy so I can raise my vitality, if I recall correctly. That's what that does. Ugh. There we go. Okay, and there's the, there's this, and there are, yes, there we go. So with that, I can grab this. Let me get rid of you real quick. What do we got here? We got, Tentudia's skeletal remain? Oh, this is not a, what's it called? This is not a collectible. This is a quest item. Tentudia's skeletal remains. Remains of the novice Tentudia that were isolated from the rest so she could not receive a holy burial. The nuns planned her execution in utmost secrecy, even without a trial or report to the church, in fear it would reach the ears of the implacable inquisitors of the miracle. So after the condemnation, they did not give her a proper burial worthy of her sisters in the nunnery, but instead buried the remains of her body scattered around the vicinity, because it is known that if one's body is not whole in the burial, the soul will not cross through the dream. Okay, so, I clearly have to bring this somewhere. Speaking of which, there's a few things, in my, there's a few things in here that apparently I need to, like, keep in mind in regards to, like, completing certain quests. So, let's, keep that. Let's keep that, Ah, okay, so, ah, frick, okay. So I'm gonna have to do a leap of faith here, it seems. Okay, apparently not! Well, that did not work. I gotta figure out how to get over there. Do I need to use the wind or something? Maybe. Let me actually check here. Maybe the skeletal remains I need to, like, bring over here or something? Who knows? Let us see. No, does not look like that is the case. So, I need to bring these skeletal remains somewhere. Maybe I gotta bring them to the church. Again, I'm just kind of checking everywhere and seeing what I can find. Speaking of which, maybe I should check in with the church. I got plenty of, you know what I gotta do? I got a lot of tears of atonement right now. So, let me go ahead and visit the statue of, Mea Culpa. And perhaps I can do something with these, things. Ascending Edge, Holy Wraith, can't do Sacred Blood yet. So, no, doesn't look like I can get anything. I'm going to assume that maybe there's some, like, I should be saving, my tiers for the Mea Culpa upgrades, but I'm also tempted to just donate them to the church, at the, at the tithing pool. But I'm not entirely sure. Aha! Tentudia skeletal remains. Here we go. Oh, just more Tears of Atonement. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'm curious as to, like, how much of, Oh! Hello! Token of Appreciation. Just an ordinary marble presented as thanks for the charity received. Somehow the scratched glass resonates with the empty bile flasks, increasing your strength when their liquid has run out. Ah, so I'm assuming... Wait, I just realized something. Okay, first of all, Token of Appreciation. So I'm assuming what that does is that when my bile flasks are all empty, my like power increases. Finally, the church is going to open after so long. Soon the constant silence of this place will end. A new light will enter through the gate and the dust will rise from the worn tiles of damp wood of the pews. Everything must be perfect. Everything in place and ready. I am the child of the mass. This is my calling. So, yeah, the bead marked by guilt. The bead has absorbed the guilt of its bearer. It may be difficult to perceive the dark macula that twists inside, but the cold it gives to the touch leaves no room for doubt. Wearing it in your rosary prevents the accumulation of guilt in the world, at least while the bead retains part of its purity. So, I assume that I need to keep on losing to basically taint this completely with guilt, maybe? That's what I'm assuming. Can I donate anything more? Yeah, I can still tithe. But, I'm going to go ahead and wait on that for now. I want to save my Tears of Atonement for, Mea Culpa upgrades. As such, let me know, guys, in the comments, if, there is a point to tithing more. Because if that is the case, then I'm more than willing to do it. Because, again, I want to get everything that I can in this game. While I'm making my way back up to, the Graveyard of the Peaks, so I can get my, more of those stuff, like, explored. So, yeah, the lesson for, or the sermon, I suppose I could call it, for today, involves, hang on, let me just check the map real quick. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, the sermon for today involves, that verse from the book of Matthew. Do not cast your pearls before pigs, lest they trample them beneath their feet and turn around and attack you. I'm more familiar with the New King James Version, which is like, do not, thou shalt not cast your thy pearls before swine. lest they trample them beneath their feet and then turn around and rend you. That's the New King James version, or at least, like, you know, a gross like butchering of the verse. But that's one verse that I feel like a lot of people like seem to get different interpretations of in the Bible, and for better or for worse. And there's a reason for that, because like people tend to like see that verse like differently depending on the context. What a lot of people tend to frick. I kind of got panicked by the wind. Well, this does mark the bead, supposedly, from what I'm to understand, so let's just keep doing that. Bead tainted by guilt. The bead that has absorbed guilt of its bearer on several occasions. In its nucleus, there lies a black spiral twisting and stirring in outbursts of wrath. Wearing it in your rosary prevents the accumulation of guilt in the world, at least while the bead retains part of its purity. So yeah, from the look of it, I basically just need to continuously taint it, I guess, from what I'm to understand. There is something involving this rosary bead. I'm going to like just have to keep on. Again, I'm playing normally, and like this game is hard, so I'm going to die. But yeah, going back to what I was talking about. So, cast ye not your pearls before swine. Or like, do not give what is precious to the dogs, as it were. So people, tend to, like, a lot of people tend to use that verse in saying that, like, you know, oh, do not waste your precious wisdom, your pearls of wisdom, as it were, on an unappreciative audience. That's basically the long and short interpretation of that verse, is your pearls of wisdom, your knowledge, your blessed intelligence, or whatever you want to call it. Do not waste it on dogs. Do not waste it on swine who will not appreciate it. They are just, you know, dirty dogs, dirty swine. They will not appreciate your wisdom, right? That kind of thing. Which, tends to fall into the, line of, like, you know, oh, like, what's the point of trying to convince someone of your religion if they are not going to listen and they're not going to be appreciative of it? So, like, you know, that kind of thing. However, that is more along the lines of, like, that is a much more, like, mean-spirited interpretation, because you're basically calling anyone you try to talk to about your faith or your religion, like, dumb, stupid, dirty, and something like that. No, that's actually not really what that verse is about. At least not entirely, because, like, during biblical times, it was, like, it was no secret that they described dogs and pigs as, like, you know, filthy animals and things like that, right? Nowadays, though, we love dogs. We love pigs, you know? Like, pigs are cute little animals, and you know what? We like them because they're tasty. That's not a really good way to put it, honestly. But, either way, I'm gonna actually let you do this. I have an idea on how I can get this guy to do what I want him to. Ah, frick. Okay. Gonna have to focus here. Okay, yeah, you do that. Nah! Okay. That almost worked. Yeah, I'm gonna quick take a flask here. Yeah, how am I supposed to... Oh, you know what? Maybe I just do this. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, the wind! I'm an idiot. But anyway, so going back to casting your pearls before swine. I was actually having a discussion with ComicFoil about this, and he actually helped me, kind of like, put a little more context on, that verse, and like, we actually, interestingly enough, we had two different interpretations about it. So... my interpretation of do not cast your pearls before swine is simply more of a lesson that needs to be learned from those wishing to talk about their faith. So I'm actually going to be calling out a lot of conservative Christians here. Before I do, bead of the golden thread. A ball made of liquid gold spun into fine fibers. Viscous to the touch, these miraculous strains are avidly coveted by alchemists and scholars. The passion woven into the filaments seeps into the sacred bile flasks, accelerating their use. Okay. A miracle occurred in front of me. I found her lying on the floor. Her face was pale, as if dead, yet relaxed and at peace. Next to her lay the bodies of 4 women covered in gold that shone and illuminated the room as if lit by an internal fire. From where I stood, I could hear the beating of those 5 hearts. They echoed in the room, slowly sounding in unison. There were golden threads at my feet, all over the room. They seemed to be attached to those golden bodies. I took a part of that thread and made a ball. That would be proof for the others to believe me. Interesting. Okay, good to know. You're still tainted by guilt, right? Okay. So, let us continue forward. Okay, I'm gonna wait till the wind goes in the other direction. Let me check the map real quick. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything else up here that I necessarily need. I do want to go up here to this statue of the Lady of, to Our Lady of, the Charred Visage, because I think that's actually a mea culpa statue that I failed to interact with. So I'm gonna just go ahead and check up there while I continue my sermon here. So, the idea that I was getting at with, like, my interpretation of, like, do not cast your pearls before swine is, hey, to those of you in church, again, I'm calling out, like, a lot of conservative Christians here, to those of you who feel the need to share your faith with, those around you, that's perfectly fine and all. In fact, we are called to be witnesses and, like, share the wisdom of God and, like, you know, share our belief, right? Here's the thing, though. Do not take it any further than that. Like it or not, we are called to be witnesses. We are called to be people who, express the word of God, right? But that's it. Like it or not, we are not meant to convert. We are not meant to be, hey, you should believe this because it's the right thing and whatever you believe is wrong. No, we are not called to do that. We are simply called to talk about faith. We are simply called to talk about religion, because guess what? All this converting, all this judging, all this, like, you calling others out for not believing in what you believe, yeah, that's called being an elitist. Because at the end of the day, like, and I like, this is something that I cannot believe, and I don't think enough Christians understand. The point of faith is that the believer has to choose to believe in what they believe in. Which, if they are being forced to believe, or, like, basically they're being like, hey, you there, what you believe is wrong, come believe in what I believe in, because this is actually right. Say that to anyone, and they're not going to receive it well. You know what I mean? You're basically going to be doing the opposite of like, getting them to believe in your faith by making them resent it. I have a friend of mine who, like, I'm not going to, like, say any names, because I don't want to, like, you know, I don't want to, like, you know, identify them or anything like that. But I have a friend, and I'm pretty sure this is, like, something that, like, some other people have had to deal with in their household. I have a friend who's going to college right now, right? And, he is currently living with his parents. Which is nothing bad. I live with my parents, too, and everything, and, like, like, I'm very grateful for that. But he's living with his parents, but they are not necessarily a fan of the fact that, like, you know, he is not a quote-unquote believer, so to speak. So what do? In order, like, basically, in exchange for letting him stay, or letting them, I don't know, like, letting them stay in their house, rent-free, while they go to college, they have to join their parents, in going to church every Sunday. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, no, don't do that. Like, I understand parents, like, wanting to, like, you know, bring their child into their faith and whatnot, but here's the thing. You are never going to be able to make someone like your faith. You are never, ever going to be able to make someone believe in your religion simply by telling them they should believe in it. Heck no. As a matter of fact, that accomplishes the exact opposite. And I honestly feel bad for my friend because it's like, you know, the thing is, like, when you force someone to go to church, whether it's your friend or your kid or whatever, when you force someone to go to church, when you force someone to listen to these so-called beliefs that you believe in and you want them to believe in it, that just like causes them to harbor resentment for that faith. And like, okay, it seems like I actually did interact with this, so that's fine. So I need to head back down. I believe what's next on my agenda, I need to go to where the olive tree withers. There's also a couple things in the wasteland of the buried church. Oh, okay, yeah, so actually, like, yeah, I can probably just go to the bottom. So if I go here, take the elevator down, and then head this way, I'll be able to explore down here and then make my way to the wasteland of the buried churches. Perfect. But, moving on to what I was saying, at the end of the day, it's like, you can't make someone believe in what you believe in forcibly. That's never going to work. As a matter of fact, it accomplishes the exact opposite. You're going to make them harbor resentment for that faith. You're going to make them not want to participate in that faith because they're basically like, oh, yeah, no, I was forced to believe in this, but I don't know if I truly actually believe in it. That's actually what happened to my sister Leslie, kinda, sorta. Like, my sister Leslie was, like, very, was a believer, but she didn't like going to church. She didn't like going, like, being forced to do these things that she did not want to do. And frankly, I feel for her. I eventually stopped going to church myself, particularly because it just didn't, like, feel genuine anymore. I was like, when you get to the point where you are, like, practicing your faith and you feel like you're just going through the motions, that's basically when you should start, like, reevaluating, where you stand in regards to your faith and be like, am I really doing this because I actually believe in this, or am I doing this because, I was told to? You know what I mean? And that's the unfortunate truth of the matter that, like, people need to understand. You can't force someone to like what you like. And, so, apparently, that's something that I cannot get. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. So, someone help me out here. I'm going to go ahead and mark this. And I shall come back to this later. Okay, I was just curious. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, here. Yeah, I'll have to come back to that later. But, that goes back to the whole cast ye not your pearls before swine bit. If you believe in your religion and you want to share it, great. However, if you know for a fact that someone else does not want to hear it, then shut up. Because at the end of the day, like, if they don't want to hear it, they don't want to hear it. And that's not something that you can change. To the conservative Christians out there who, like, you know, feel like they're being, like, you know, feel like... Oh, geez, I forgot those guys do a heck ton of damage. To the conservative Christians out there who feel like, you know, they should share their faith like hell or high water. Like, I get it. Like, I used to be one of those people. But at the end of the day, you gotta understand, like, you can't make someone like what you like. You can't make someone believe what you believe in. Oh, jeez, these guys do a lot of damage. There we go. Taking a flask. So that's the idea of like trying to not share something to an unappreciative audience. That's the one side, is like that. Like, I think the teller, like there's a difference between like someone who like learning a lesson from the teller and oh Jesus, okay, that was close. That was not close. Frick. Well, it's a good thing I got to the Predieu right before that. But what does that mean for this weight of true guilt? Bead completely tainted that has absorbed the sins of its wearer until it's completely filled. Encloses a storm of guilt and rumbles with the echoes of past mistakes. Statues of confessors used to carry beads like... statues of confessors used to carry beads like this, reaping guilt from repented parishioners. So, I believe that is what just happened. I think I got everything I needed for this thing. Statues of confessors used to carry beads like this, reaping guilt from repentant parishioners. So what does that mean now? I just realized that my guilt is pretty much gone. So, am I just not going to, as long as I have this, do I not, ugh. These guys do a crap ton of damage. Okay, there we go. So does that mean I'm not going to, like, harbor any more guilt anymore as long as I, have this equipped? I'll have to keep that in mind. I do not like these enemies. Okay, there we go. Jeez. Alright. So, yeah. At the end of the day, like, cast ye not your pearls before swine, people. Like, when it comes to talking about your faith or what you believe in. Because at the end of the day, you can't make someone believe in something that they don't want to believe in. That's just how it is. You can tell them about it, you can talk to them about it, have a discussion about it, but nothing more than that. Like, you know, if you talk to them about it and it makes them think, it makes them be like, oh, hey, maybe there's something here to consider. Great, that's perfectly fine. However, if they are like, no, I don't agree with you. Like, I don't think that this is something that I myself can offer myself up to. That's perfectly fine. Like, that's just how it be at the end of the day. And, are you gonna come back? Okay, there you go. Aha! Heart of Cerulean Incense. There we go. It is... Oh, it's a prayer! Heart of Cerulean Incense. Sword core that shines, surrounded by a clear blue mist emanating from small creases. Its scents mixed with the smell of shed blood, increasing fervor generation. Regrettably, the mist affects purity, weakening attacks based on blood. The works and graces of the sorrowful miracle, 3rd verse. All those who were once swallowed up by the ashes emerged from it in great hordes. The hordes of the miracle, the punished. With only faith in their minds and only rage in their guts, willing to punish all those who had escaped from such a holy fate, from the will of the miracle itself. Oh, it is not a, it's, I forget what this is called. Oh, it's a mea culpa heart. So I currently have the Heart of Virtuous Pain. I actually gotta check this. Boosts blocking stance. Heart of the Holy Purge can be inserted into Mea Culpa, increases the Tears of Atonement reap, but prevents the use of bile flasks. Heart of Saltpeter Blood. Attack damage is increased when the penitent one is close to death. And this one, increases fervor generation, but weakens the attacks based on blood. I think I'll stick with the... I think I'll stick with the Heart of Virtuous Pain for now. But that's good to know. Alright, so now if I head down this way, I can maybe explore a little bit around here just to make sure I didn't miss anything, and I'll make my way to the Wasteland of the Buried Churches, because it seems like there's a couple things that I missed here, but I should be able to access now that I have the proper items. So yeah, that was my interpretation of cast ye not your pearls before swine, is like, you know what? Like, if you want to talk about your faith, that's great and all, but if they don't want to hear it, they don't want to hear it, and that's just, like, end of story. You know, that's just how it is. Oh, hello. Frozen Olive. It's a rosary bead. Summer fruit trapped in an endless winter, born of an olive tree turned into a prison. Its frosted oils bolster the wearer's defenses when their strength is nearly exhausted. As Hemino traversed the path of the frozen olive trees with the rest of the damned towards the terrible hollow metal statues where those that awaited would die abandoned, he stepped barefoot on a fallen olive that had not yet disappeared under the snow. Without drawing attention, he picked it up and squeezed it in his hands, knowing it would be the last thing he'd treasure. Interesting. Oh, and he's no longer responsive. I guess he's dead. Okay, I can probably just jump that. Yep. Okay, make a quick prayer at the Prie-Dieu, and let's keep going. So, let's see if I can find out what I missed here in the Wasteland of the Buried Churches. So, going back to the sermon. Once again, that was my interpretation. I'm just going to double check what was here. I think I got everything I needed here. I know there was a child here, but I just want to like make double sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so according to what my friend North told me, there's fog in that bottomless pit, right? Apparently, if I get a certain item, I should be able to jump down there. But I do not have that item as of now, so that's just gonna have to wait. Oh, that's so cool. Awesome. Okay, so let's go to the left. No, let's go to the right first and see if I can find anything in, like, anything of particular importance. Oh, yeah, isn't there something down here? Like, a door that I can't, like, access because, I don't have something down here? Let's check. Yeah, let's check around here first because, yeah, I think I got everything supposedly in Mercy Dreams. It doesn't look like there's anything around here that I missed. There we go. Man, that's a heck of a lot of knockback. Alrighty. So, again, I was having that conversation with ComicFoil. What he told me is that there's another side to Cast Ye Not Your Pearls Before Swine that is more talking about a lesson that can be learned by the listeners. So it's one thing to like not. It's one thing to basically be like, hey, like, you know, if the audience is not going to appreciate it, shut up, right? There's another side to that, and let me see what we got here. Ah, Tentudia's carnal remains. Remains of the murdered novice Tentudia that were isolated from the rest so she could not receive a holy bear. Oh, okay, I'm understanding now. We gotta collect every part of Tentudia's remains. Who was Tentudia, you ask? Well, she was once a girl born in the same yellowish village of Albero, like you or me. On her 15th year, something extremely unusual happened. Her parents watched as part of her hair began twisting, unavoidably turning into very thin thorns. Concerned with the thought that it might be the punishment of the miracle, they locked her in as a novice inside a distant nunnery, famous for its strict cloistering, thus preventing the discovery of what would have undoubtedly been considered heresy. So, let's bring that back to the church in Albero, and we should be able to garner something from there. In addition, that'll take us back to Albero, because we need to go through here, because apparently I may have missed some other things in the Wasteland of the Buried Churches. So, let's keep going then. Continuing with the lesson, right? The other side of, like, Cast Ye Not Your Pearls Before Swine, or like, do not give what is precious to the dogs, is actually talking about, you know, the dogs and the swine that are considered, like, you know, unappreciative, filthy, and, like, not worth your time. And it's not necessarily talking about those who do not believe in, like, those who, like, there's a difference between respectfully disagreeing with someone and someone who's just, like, stubbornly saying, no, you're wrong, you're stupid, you're dumb for thinking this is how you actually should think. And then suddenly it's like, you know what? No, I don't want to argue with you. I'm not going to, like, I'm not going to waste my breath, waste my wisdom, waste my time, like, trying to adhere to your desire to argue just to try and prove me wrong. And if there's nothing you can do to prove me wrong, then you're just going to be like, well, this, and this, or whatever, right? The other idea of, like, cast ye not your pearls before swine is, you know what? If someone is just going to keep on disagreeing with you, like, you cannot get through to this person, like, if this is more talking about the people who, like, you know, there's a lot of trolling online, and, like, if there's someone like that, you know, online that just, like, cannot be reasoned with, at the end of the day, don't waste your breath. Like, you know, if they're not going to listen, and they're not going to respect your thoughts or your opinions on the matter, and just be like, no, you're stupid, you're dumb and wrong, and this is why you're wrong, don't waste your breath on them. Don't waste your wisdom, don't waste your pearls on people who are not going to listen. Because at the end of the day, people like that, like, are borderline, like, you know, hopeless. They, like, if you, like, you are better off, like, caring for yourself and being like, no, I'm not going to waste my time on you, by basically just saving your pearls, keeping them to yourself, and, like, not giving these trolls, these disrespectful people, the time of day. And it looks like, yeah, I got everything here. There is something here in the desecrated. Yeah, okay, so this actually is perfect. So now I can come down here to the desecrated cistern, because apparently everything down here is now accessible to me. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna grab this treasure real quick, and then I'm going to make a roundabout and start from the east, because it seems like there's a few places over there that I need to check out anyway. So you're like, yeah, there's two sides to cast ye not your pearls before swine. A lesson that can be learned by the tellers and the listeners. Tellers, understand that, like, not everyone is going to agree with you. Not everyone is going to appreciate what you have to say. And at the end of the day, if they don't appreciate what you say, don't force it upon them. Do not force what you believe in, or what you know, or what you want to talk about onto other people if they don't want to hear it. Like, because at the end of the day, that just becomes disrespectful. It makes them resentful. Oh, I'm gonna get hit by that. It makes them resentful. It makes them not appreciate what you have to say. And that, like, oh, come on. Oh, boy. And this goes, like, not just with faith either, but this goes with everything. Like, if someone does not want to hear about, oh, this thing you did. Oh, like, they don't want to talk about, oh, like, I want to tell you about this awesome thing that, like, I discovered. Don't shove it down other people's faces, guys. Like, don't shove it down their throats, because it's gonna make them resent them. It's a classic thing of, like, you know, I've heard about this thing, like this movie, this book, or this game from this person so often and so much to the point where I'm tired of it. That is a classic situation of nice. That is a classic situation of don't cast your pearls before swine, because it's like, you know, if you're going to shove it in their faces, don't. Just don't, you know? Because that's going to make them resentful. That's going to make them unappreciative. That's the long and short of it. And it seems like I can't actually get that treasure yet. Yeah, I need something that allows me to jump normally on water or like mud or something, it seems. So we'll have to keep that in mind. And the other part of cast ye not your pearls before swine is a lesson to be learned for those who are being listened, or those who are, like, listening. If a listener is, like, being a troll, if a listener is, like, just being like, oh, hey, like, you're wrong, I don't care what you have to say, here's my point, don't waste your breath on them. And at the end of the day, guys, like, there is value in understanding other people's perspective, understanding other people's, like, you know, points of view. Respect it, and if you disagree, then just respectfully disagree. And, like, that way we can come to consensus, we can come to compromise. So that's the main thing that I want to take away from Cast Ye Not Your Pearls Before Swine, is if the audience is unappreciative, whether they respectfully disagree, or they are just being trolls, then don't waste your breath. That's just how it is, you know? Save your pearls of wisdom, save your breath, save your sanity, and just move on and understand that, you know, you can at least rest knowing that you spoke your piece, and if they don't agree with you, then that's just how it is, you know? Like, there's no reason to harbor resentment or harbor any sort of, like, you know, stress over a losing battle. You know what I mean? And, like, that also goes back to, like, you know, to those of you who have kids, to those of you who, like, you know, have a faithful, like, you know, a faith system in your household, but, like, your kids are, like, maybe not, like, you know, necessarily gelling with what you believe in. Talk to them about it, you know, but talk to them in a way that is respectful. Talk to them in a way that is, hey, I want to know what you think of this, you know? Don't just immediately think, oh, they're, like, you know, heretics because they don't believe in what I believe. No, because that's going to make your child resent your faith, and that's going to lead to conflict. Be respectful, be patient, be understanding, and at the end of the day, understand that when it comes to faith, when it comes to religion, when it comes to practicing beliefs, choice is what matters at the end of it. And if someone is being forced to believe in something, that completely defeats the purpose. That's the takeaway from that verse in Matthew. Cast ye not your pearls before swine. If they don't agree with you, don't waste your breath. Anyway.
Los restos de Tempodía están reunidos. Ahora es posible darle la segunda y verdadera sepultura. Con esta plegaria, ella hablará por vos.
Debla of the Lights. Oh, okay, so we got it. Oh, it's a prayer. Summon a beam of heavenly light to the position of the penitent one. It punishes nearby enemies with merciless strength. Eyes I have, but thee I can't see. Your lights of fire blind me inside. Up in the sky there fly wax pigeons which melt their wings, sowing the land. If you call me, let them burn. Eyes and flesh, hands and hair. I want to see thee, but I cannot. Ooh, okay, I like the meter management for this one. Let's try it. Wow, that's so cool! Okay, that's awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and explore the desecrated cistern and see what we can get. But before we do, we're going to now visit the Mea Culpa statue with the proper amount of tears. Let's see. Optimizes the way Mea Culpa concentrates its power, using its sharp thorns instead of the blade, and allowing the penitent one to perform a devastating attack much faster. Ascending Edge. The penitent one performs an upward slash as a combo finisher. Press up and X after a full 3-hit combo. Let's go with this one. And then, yeah, this one we'll have to get later. Okay, so I have 3 Mea Culpa levels, which means I got 3 shrines, if I recall correctly, right? Let me actually just double check how many of these Mea Culpa shrines I found. There's 1. There's 2. There's a 3rd one. So, according to this, I pretty much have all of the shrines that I have found so far, at least from what I can tell. It looks like there's a couple of places down here in Hondo, that I also have yet to find. There's a treasure here that I know for a fact I need to, ascend the vines for. But it looks like there's a hidden area here as well. I am going to go ahead and actually go to Hondo first. Since there's a fast travel point here, I might as well go ahead and do that real quick. I'm also willing to go for a little bit longer. Actually, hang on a sec. Let me see. Do I need to go to... Yeah, okay, I need to go to Grievance Ascends. Yeah, this map is not exactly all too, intuitive when it comes... The fast travel map isn't all that intuitive when it comes to, like, figuring out where I'm supposed to go. But... Ah, I couldn't do that thing. Yeah, now I'm curious about this, like, fourth combo move. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah, I should be able to rest at that, Predu. Since I'm going into Hondo anew, it's not like I'm going to be saving on, like, you know, saving on danger when it comes to figuring out, or when it comes to, like, dealing with enemies. So, here we go. So, if I go this way... Did I never open that? Huh, go figure. Okay, here we go. So yeah, this actually ends up being pretty easy. So if I go here... Oh, okay. I think I can actually wait for that platform. Because I did this, but I just, like, for some reason couldn't go somewhere... Ah, you know what? This is dumb of me. I never actually explored this area. Aha! Refill empty, okay, so it's just, to refill empty bile vessels. Oh! You know what? Okay. Hang on a sec. Do I have another empty bile flask? Where are my quest items? No, it seems I do not. Oh, I meant to say no to that. But, okay, so now I have four bile flasks. So, next up, if I go up here, there should be a treasure here that I didn't get last time. This should not be too difficult. Gotcha! And, boom. That's really fun. Yeah, I should be able to make my way up this way. Yeah, you know what, actually, like, one cool thing that I can also relate the whole sermon that I just gave to, a good example of, like, knowing when you can talk about stuff is if people ask about it. As a matter of fact, to you guys, I asked about advice on this game. I asked about, like, you know, where I can find certain secrets, where I can find certain things, and, I am an audience that appreciated that advice. So, once again, guys, thank you guys so much for, you know, your comments, your criticisms, like, just in general, really. Is there something up there that I have yet to get? Because I haven't marked. I'll check that out in a moment. Aha! Ow! Not cool. I'm gonna see if I can... Ah, okay. There we go. So what do we got now? We have Pelican Effigy. It's a rosary bead. Bead made of forged copper coated in a dense aquamarine patina. The pelican fed its children with its blood, protects the wearer from all harm while they drink from the bile flask. May our chest full of cuts bleed, for when it spills red, it will feed the hungry. Let it bleed. For when it pours upon this land of the dead, it shall be blessed with the eyes of the miracle, and those who rest here shall live on the other side of the dream. On the way of eternal processions, let it bleed. Alright then. Awesome, so that's this treasure. That treasure taken care of. There's one more treasure up there that I am more than willing to grab, especially because it takes me to the fast travel in the Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow, and then I can make my way back to Albero, so I can explore the rest of the desecrated cistern. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm willing to make this a bit of a longer episode, guys, because I do want to explore everything that I can, and then, like, if you guys have anything else that I need to grab while I'm here before we cross the bridge, I am more than willing to explore and grab it if need be. Because, yeah, we got a couple of quest items here, too, that maybe it turns out that I missed something, so we'll have to check. Oh, yeah, there's that one treasure down there that I have yet to get, but I'm not entirely sure how... Oh! I think I found it! I think I may have figured out how to do this. Let's take a quick bile flask. Will that actually work? Oh no, it's just the blood platform. Okay, well that's that. What did I just get? Dried clove. Ooh, to bring that back to Albero. Rare fragrant spice coming from distant lands. Trading caravans stopped traversing these stony roads long ago, making this item a rare discovery. In the past, it was highly prized for its strength and poultices and balms. It was not just hearsay anymore. The illness had reached Albero without warning. The outbreak and punishment of the miracle so often discussed came through a young man who arrived to our small congregation full of fear, wondering what his unforgivable sin had been to receive such a condemnation. Okay. I also need to stop by and, like, check out that one guy. I believe he's in Albero, actually. To give him... Yeah, right here. In the desecrated cistern, actually. And give him that Quicksilver. So, if I go here, I should be able to... Excuse me. I should be able to take the fast travel point and head back to Albero. I don't have any rosary... I don't have any more rosary rope, so I can't increase my rosary beads yet. So, let's just make our way to Albero and start heading into the desecrated cistern. I still can't... I'm wondering if I can use that, that combo to make it up there. I'm curious enough to try it. Because that's what I'm discovering, because, like, there's a lot of really cool things you can do with, like, abilities in this game.
Misericordioso seáis, penitente. Con vuestra aportación la obra de esta cofradía continúa.
Okay, more Tears of Atonement. Alright, so, yeah, if I make my way down there, let's try it, and if this does not work, I'll just go ahead and make exploring the desecrated cistern the last thing I'll do to this episode. God, I love doing that. Yeah, because these guys appear a lot. Ah, no, but, like, I have to crouch in order to, like, hit them. So, you know what? It's not going to work. Yeah, I have to figure out, like... there is an item, I'm sure, that allows me to be able to traverse mud. Like, you know... what's it called? The gravity suit in, like, Metroid or something like that, I guess. But we'll figure that out in a moment. For now, let's make the last bit of this episode exploring the rest of the desecrated cistern. Because according to a comment I got, this is, like, it is now fully accessible to me now that I have the mobility items that I have. Or the exploration items that I have. Man, this game, like, really tests your exploration abilities. What's in here again? Oh, yeah, that's right. I have some more that I can give this guy. Are you covered in more sand than before?
Los huesos os agradecen vuestro favor, penitente en la virtud. Traed los huesos ante mí y conoceremos la verdad que callan.
Okay, I'm going to assume that I can, like, still come back here eventually after I cross the bridge, but, again, what someone has told me in the comments before is do not cross the bridge until you've explored everything here. Or at least as much as you can. That's what I've been told, and I'm willing to listen to that piece of advice. So, buddy, I have something for you. Nuts! I need 3,000 Tears of Atonement. I'm close! Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I should be able to build up the rest of that with, like, from exploring the rest of this. There's also, again, there's this area that's really bugging me. I might save that for the next episode, but let's go ahead and, explore down here for the time being. I'm gonna grab everything that I possibly can, starting with here. But yeah, things have been very, very busy. So, I guess, while we're doing, this, episode of, Blasphemous, I should mention that, last month, the month of September, was Hispanic Heritage Month. So, you know, much jubilation and much celebration for the Hispanic community, which is very fitting because of this game. And, of course, because I am Latino, I also appreciate the let's see. Oh yeah, that was this. I also appreciate the Latino community very, very much. It's been a very, very busy time at my job as a result too, because of that. Because like again, I work for Spanish News, so as a result, we had a lot to say about Hispanic heritage, which is a good thing. Like I actually like. It was a good time. Oh, mother Pfeiffer, really? I guess I have to come in through this way, maybe? That seems to be the case. But yeah, anyone like who's watching, like if you have like if you did anything interesting during Hispanic Heritage or like know of any like interesting stories about Hispanic Heritage, leave it down in the comments because I would not mind that is weird to see. I would not mind discussing that with you guys, because again, so what actually we did over at work is we were talking at length about oh, you know, I went the completely wrong direction, that's why. And I don't think there's anything new here, is there? No, there isn't. But yeah, what we ended up doing is like we were talking about like certain events that were going on at the PA Latino convention, which I didn't get to go to because I'd just been super busy. But according to my coworkers, it was a fun time. We also did a lot of coverage in the Dominican Republic, thanks to some local leaders that went there for ambassadorial purposes. That was a bit of a nightmare to like put together because we had a lot of technical issues, especially with Hurricane Ian and Hurricane Fiona going through and messing a lot of stuff up. But no, everything went pretty well. It was like it was a very illuminating experience, not gonna lie. All right, so if we head down this way, we should hopefully make some progress here. I am defeating you guys because I do need to collect more tears. Okay, no, don't want to do that. And again, here's another situation. I need to find out how to get this. Also, these fireballs are annoying. Okay, so let's start there. Progress is being made. Ow. Ow. Maybe stop doing that? Might as well. Vaya con Dios. Yeah, I'm not... I just realized just how much damage that's actually doing to me. So I gotta be more careful. Oh, could I have explored this before, now that I think about it? Yeah, it looks like I could have. You would think, right? Oh, please tell me this is not another situation where I need, like, something to, like... Oh, Jesus! Careful. Really hope this is not another... Okay, no, it's not. Good. Get out of here, you. What do we got? Another empty bile vessel. Well, we can fill that up right over here if we wanted. I'll do that on my own time. Or, like, when next we, like, get around to it. But then again, I'm running low on health already, so... Perhaps I should do it now. I'm kind of just rushing at this point, because I kind of want to get this done. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and take care of that a little later. I'm going to continue exploring. So if we head down here and go this way, hopefully we can figure this crap out. Okay, yes. And there's, like, apparently a couple places here maybe that I need to check out. But no, it's mainly just this, right? Yeah, it's mainly just this. Yeah, because if I recall correctly, on that elevator shaft, it's just a bunch of, like... It's just a bunch of, like, locked doors or whatever. Alright, so... I have the thing that protects me from, from this, like, poison. It seems like I could have explored this before. Oh, come on! Are you serious? Someone told me that I was able to explore these places. Am I just missing something? Like, am I just missing, like, an item that, like, should be able to, like, help me get through this place? Or am I just an idiot? Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm missing anything. Like, what do I need to get up here? Ugh, goodness gracious. This is getting annoying. I just want to explore these places. Come on, man. Ugh. Alright. Sheesh. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. So... I think I'll save this for next time. Someone tell me what the hell I need to get, like, there's this area here. There's this area here. I think there's one up here. Yeah, there's one up here. But that's a door, actually, if I recall correctly. Yeah, there are places around here that I cannot explore because of the fact that I can't jump normally on this water. And that's what's keeping me from going here and maybe exploring this large area. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. I'm going to explore one more area, and someone in the comments, please tell me what I need to explore that area, like, to get past this water, because this is getting super freaking annoying. Like, this is the classic, like, Metroidvania scenario of, like, you are discovering these places that you know for a fact are explorable and you need an item for, but you can't because you just do not have that gosh darn item! Ah! Anyway. So... Oh, no, I actually need to go down this way. Yeah, I should be able to just jump down, right? Yes. So I'm going to explore that bottom corner where Mercy Dreams is, and maybe, like, I'll discover anything else that I've missed. What's in here again? Ah, mother fifer. Okay, there's nothing in here. I swear, if there's like a hidden door or something there, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm also running low on health, so I need to keep that in mind. Oh, Predieu. Perfect. So, yeah, let's just go all the way to the end of Mercy Dreams, and maybe there's something here that I can grab. Yep, we've already gone through this. Ugh, it's eerily quiet here. Makes me nervous. Yeah, I remember this whole spiel was an interesting experience. Yeah, and there's a Predieu here that I can utilize, to save the game. So, if we go down here, please tell me there's something we can discover here. Because, like, I'm going all over the place, and I just want to discover things, man. Of course not. Yeah, you get out of here. Ugh. So, what else am I missing? Because, like, I explored through here, right? Oh, yep, I did explore through here. I remember this specifically. Yeah, that's... So, there's another thing here that I need to grab. God knows what's... God knows that I need to figure this crap out, man. What I find interesting is that, like, it's here in the fast travel point, but, like, I don't see anything else that... Ugh. Maybe I've gotten everything I can, and, like, I just need to go past the bridge now. I've explored all I can, but... It seems like we're just gonna have to, like, call it an episode for now. So, to those of you guys who are watching, thank you so much. And I'm just gonna ask... What is the item I need for that? Like, to those of you guys who played the game, what is the item I need to get past that point with the freaking water so I can get those items? Because, like, I'm at a loss at this point. So, you know, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what it is I need there, or if there's any other anything else I need to keep in mind with you know, the items I got. Like, are there any quests I'm missing? Are there any... Is there, like... Is there something I'm doing wrong? Wrong button... Like, I'm pressing the wrong button. And, yeah. We are pretty much set and squared away. I'm going to end the episode doing one last thing. We're going to head back to Albero. And we're going to... Now that I have 3,000 tears... we will give that Quicksilver to that guy, and we're gonna upgrade our flasks. If I recall correctly, that's what we need to do. Especially because I have an empty bile flask, so I should be able to restore one of them once I find one of those fountains. Ugh, those freaking fireballs are annoying, man. Alright, pal. I got your 3,000 tears. Give me what I want. Hello? Oh, there we go. I hit the wrong button.
Agraciado corazón sea. Con esta plata yo bendigo la mixtura que recuperará vuestra sangre derramada.
Healing power of the bile flasks has been improved. There we go. Is there anything more? Okay, so I can probably find another Quicksilver, and I need 7,000 tears to improve them further. Alright, so there you have it, everybody. So, we will continue this in the next episode, guys. Thank you once again for watching. Someone please tell me I can find this thing to explore those puddles or, like, those pools of water, because otherwise I'm gonna lose my mind. But, depending on what is revealed to me, we will either finish exploring this area, or we shall cross the Bridge of the Cavaliers. Until then, see you guys next time.
El buen dolor nos